Okay.
Fucking hell. How are you, viewer? How was your day? Did you have a good day standing behind the counter at Jamba Juice? Next up, we got a Tactics, not to be confused with those Star Wars toys from the 2000s. I guess maybe the copyright expired on that one. Did you ever have a Tactics as a kid, viewer? I did. They were pretty cool, but the springs in those were perhaps just a bit too powerful, because you know they'd have the little guns with the spring-loaded piece of plastic, and the springs were too strong, you see. You could lose an eye that way.
You need to watch around them, or you might lose an eye.
I bet that directive came directly from George Lucas. make the toys extra dangerous for the kids. That's what George Lucas sounds like. Anyway, so this one, it's what the cheese puff redditors call an RTS. Read the semen. No, real-time strategy. So yeah, just line up you guys, and there's more to it than this. Like everything in UFO 50, they don't just give you the whole game at once. There's new units that come along as you go. And also, if you can line up you guys in a column of 3, they become invincible to melee attacks. So that's part of the strat you see. All the streamers out there tend to get rows and columns confused. Northern Lion, Vinesauce Guy. Pretty much everybody who's played this game puts them in puts them in rows instead of columns, and it's like, hi, you fucking fool. I played columns for the Sega Genesis. I know this formation all too well. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. So I guess another option for winning this game is to just totally rush the other guy by having a bunch of people in one horizontal line, which is what the other guy's doing right now. So you gotta watch out for that. So you gotta watch to see if you guys are making an angry face when they're in the column of 3, because that signifies that you've got the invincibility going. So, in this next round, there's a bit of a strat, as the young people say. Isn't Strat the name of the squirrel from Ice Age? Anyway, you have to think a bit harder about what you're doing here, because the other guy, he gets 30% more units. You're outnumbered, you see, so you have to be a bit more thinky about where you're placing your guys. There's 3 of the... Fuck, math is hard. There's 1.3 of us and only 1 of him. Let's get him. Just having a flashback to when I was a young lad in the school world, and the bullies would say, there's 3 of us and only 1 of him. And then they'd take me out back and shove pine cones up my ass, and it hurt so bad that I couldn't poop for 3 days. This is a good channel. I'm a good Let's Player. Speaking of good Let's Players, you know, there used to be this other channel back in the day that was just like a review show, a comedy show, if you will, where they would just put on some other guys' Let's Plays and make fun of other people. It was called Retsupre, I think it was. Anyway, just watching old videos of that, it's certainly a product of the mid to late 2000s, because one guy, he just leans way too hard into the edgy humor, and it kinda ruins it. Just way too try-hard. Guy number 1 will say, like, this guy's Let's Plays aren't very good. And guy number 2 will say, like, I know, right, I wanna, like, jack off in his eye. It's like, okay, maybe not that. Okay, so we got a new unit now. He's got a shield.
Do I need to buy a shield?
Wow, I didn't think I'd have to reference that song twice in one episode. Fuck. So, my good man, you might have noticed that the shield guy doesn't keep his shield forever, and obviously that's for balance reasons. I mean, you could just, win the game if that were the case. You could just push your way right to the front.
Just win the race, just win the race, just win the race. I don't care what it takes, just find a way to win the race. Win the race, win.
Okay, yeah. You get the idea. Anyway, yeah. Look at all this craziness. It's like the Battle of Helm's Deep. Ooh, S-tier nerd reference. Did you know that the orcs in Lord of the Rings were designed to look like Harvey Weinstein? Next time on Did You Know Gaming, I'm gonna spread my ass for the camera. Then they play the Did You Know Gaming outro music. Isn't that how it goes? Well, I guess you can't win 'em all.
You know what they say, Jerry, you can't win 'em all.
That's what Kramer said after he had that infamous set at the Laugh Factory. Oh, fuck. By the way, have I acknowledged that the default grunts are making a very pained expression? Just look at him. That's the face I was making when they made me go to Bible camp as a kid.
Oh, I don't want to be here. Oh, I can't believe they made me come here on a weekend. Doing all these dumbass activities with these people I hate. Ugh.
Yes, indeed. That's just kind of an odd choice that the soldier's making that face, but I guess it's more recognizable if they just had like a generic smiley face on him or something. Maybe they could have like the epic face on him as like an homage to internet culture or something. Even though this game came out in the pretend 1980s and the internet did not exist back then. Well, technically it did, but it was only available to a select few people at DARPA, you see. The internet was originally a secretive project and not available to the general public. It was in development for 20 years before they released it to Joe Schmo in the 90s. So, the new unit they added is the Paladin. His thing is he can go fast. I think he can move either 2 or 3 spaces at a time, so the strat is to put him in a spot where he's not being obstructed by your own guys, and he can just run right up there. So, this is pretty much how your typical RTS goes. Just move the guys and let everything else take care of itself. What other RTSs are out there? There's StarCraft. I guess in a technical sense, Pikmin is an RPG, if you want to play that one. I've never actually played StarCraft. Shocking, yes, I know. Yeah, they don't really make many RTSs anymore. I guess Command and Conquer would be another one, but I saw a video recently about genres of game that you just don't typically see. He mentioned top-down racers, RTSs, point-and-click adventures. You never see none of that crap anymore. I guess the market for it's just too small. Bring back our micro machines. Bring back our Guru Larry. Bring back our Command and Conquer. So there's other units. Usually they introduce a new one each level, but now they're spacing them out a bit more. Eventually we're gonna see a man with a pointed stick. Like that Monty Python skit where they had to learn self-defense against fruit. And the guy was suggesting that maybe it'd be more practical if they learned self-defense against a man with a pointed stick. And nobody listened to that guy. That was so darn funny. Gosh, when I was in middle school once, we used the teacher's computer to watch funny videos, and I pulled up that particular Monty Python skit to show everybody, and nobody else really seemed to appreciate it that much. Everybody else just wanted to watch a bunch of crappy 2009 memes or whatever. It's like, Nyan Cat, even though that was a 2011 meme. Then I tried to actually show something with structure to it. It's like, what? 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 I am truly the only one of my kind. So, the cardinal rule of this game is that if you can line up your guy in columns of 3 as previously stated, you get invincibility. But what they don't tell you is that bonus only applies to the grunts. You see, a couple seconds ago I had the paladin in just the right spot, where he would have been invincible, and then we could have taken out that large procession coming at us in the second row down. That's how you do it. Just back yourself into a corner and then just take them all on one at a time. Just bop, 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 as Bill Cosby says. Does Bill Cosby actually say bop? I know there was that Game Grumps thing from like 2013 where it's like, oh look, it's a little bird. It's the blue-footed Bill Cosby. And he goes, bop! And yeah, it was a lot funnier back then, obviously. Anywho, yeah, you definitely want to use the invincibility for situations where you've got like 6 guys in a row all coming at you. But we shouldn't need that. I've got 2 flags and he has 1. There's 2 of us and only 1 of him. Funny pop culture reference to round out the episode.
Where's the beef?